Hey everyone, I've come back to Instagram because of the plague. I've just been thinking a lot about lots of different aspects of depression and anxiety, obviously, over the last couple of weeks. And there's one thing in particular that's been really playing on my mind. As some of you know, I interviewed for my book about depression, Lost Connections, the leading expert in the world about loneliness, totally amazing man named Professor John Cacioppo. I've been thinking a lot about a particular thing he said to me, I think is really relevant at this moment of coronavirus when so many of us are shut away, alone, or just with one person. So when he started studying loneliness, he had to figure out, well, what is loneliness? Which seems like quite a weird question at first, because if you say to someone, do you feel lonely? We all know what it means. But obviously to scientifically study it, you have to go further than that. And at first, when you think about it, it seems like loneliness means being alone, right? It means you don't see another person. But actually, when Professor Cacioppo started studying this, he discovered that, in fact, there isn't a very strong link between how many people you see every day and how lonely you are. And he said to me, if you think about it, we've all had experiences like that. So if you go to a new city you've never been to, say you've never been to New York and you go to Times Square, you're surrounded by people, but you feel lonely because you don't know anyone, you don't have any meaningful connections with them. And at the other end of the spectrum, you could think about when a relationship breaks down. Very often, you feel quite lonely as the relationship is breaking down. Even though the other person is still physically there, you know, the sense of meaning between you is broken down and you feel awful. And what Professor Cacioppo said is it's led to a real breakthrough. Loneliness is not the physical absence of other people. Loneliness is feeling you don't share something meaningful with other people. It's the absence of meaning between individuals and groups. And I think that's really significant for us as we think about what we're going to do when, obviously, to remain safe, we have to be physically separated for a while, which is we can't physically see a lot of people, but we can absolutely build meaning and connection between us. There's all sorts of ways we can do that. And, different people have different ways of building meaning, whether it's culture, art, supporting people. I've been ringing around lots of the people who I haven't spoken to in years who had a positive effect on my life, who I'm grateful to, and thanking them and seeing how they are. I've been thinking a lot about what we could do politically to honour the people who've been treated so badly and are keeping us alive, whether it's nurses, garbage collectors, people stacking the shelves in our supermarkets. I think we should be arguing for big increases in wages for all of them when this is over, and a big permanent increase in the minimum wage. There's all sorts of campaigns and ways we can construct meaning, even though we can't see each other. And I'm really interested in, what do you think we should be doing to build a sense of meaning and purpose in this situation, to really deal with the loneliness that we're going to feel if we don't do that? Thanks, everyone. Stay safe.